Hi, this is Joan SPARX, and I'm here at the University of Delaware with my dear friends and colleagues, Daniel Dorff and Sullivan. We just left a rehearsal that I personally find one of the most exciting things I've done in my career, which, as we can tell, has been long. Daniel Dorff has written a serenade for flute and harp for Anne and I. We commissioned it, and it's been about 2 years in the works. And we just had the most enormously satisfying rehearsal, one yesterday, one today, when we are able to collaborate with the composer. What a luxury.
Well, it's a luxury for me to be able to work together so readily and to make changes without being told it's too late and to learn more about writing for harp. For most composers, including me, harp and guitar are so different from other instruments that it's a whole different learning curve.
And we harpists tend to be very protective of our idiom, and we will not always be nice to composers in the after fact. So it's really wonderful to be able to make those things work and to know that we're not making compromises that are things you didn't intend, but rather making decisions together that are both musically suitable for you and playable for a harpist.
On the other hand, Daniel is a clarinetist, and I find that writing for the flute is very idiomatic for the flute. Lots of built-in breath marks. I'm not struggling with breathing on this, and lots of gestures that are completely natural for the flute. Really enjoyable.
Yeah, it's something that comes out of being a clarinet and saxophone player originally. My ideas come out woodwindish.
Yeah.
And like you said, I've learned that since wind players have to breathe, if the theme has a breath built in, then all the developments of it, it tends to lead to things that are more comfortable to play, and at the same time thematically natural and organic.
Absolutely. And this piece is very organic. I mean, the themes come up throughout the work, which makes it, I think, for a first time listening experience, it's all relatable.
Right, and that, after all, is the part of the piece. When Joan and Anne asked me to write for them, and I started getting flute and harp sounds in my mind, I thought, now's the chance to do something I've always wanted to do, which was to integrate a piece from the 14th century with its kind of, it almost sounds modern sometimes, the medieval music, certain types of modern, and very related to my kind of quasi-modern style, to integrate that type of music. So I took the song that I thought was really enchanting and used all the themes up from it and the little motives, little cells of ideas to build all the other movements so that the whole thing would sound relevant. And the challenge for me in writing it, in the good sense of sort of the motivation for doing it, was how do I write in my own language with a medieval song right in the middle of it and have it sound natural rather than like a guess that doesn't really belong.
And I think it really does work, and part of it is the way, at least to my ears, the way you've built the textures into it, and the fact, I think also, that the flute and the harp work as medieval instruments. Just they've got the history for it, and the texture is there, and you're able to work with the sound of the instruments to get a quasi-authentic feel, but something that makes the movement sound related.
Yeah, and I think that's why things click, because I've had this idea in my head. I started to say for a little while, but it was since I was an undergraduate, and that was in the 1970s, so a little while is long. But flute and harp, the texture is so similar to recorder and lute, for instance, that it just, the color is automatically, this wouldn't have worked as well for a brass quintet.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. You would have gone maybe Gabrielli or something.
Yeah.
But it really does. But
There's
it's
an idea.
You don't owe me anything.
So we're preparing all of this for a concert on October the 15th, 7:30 p.m. at First and Central Presbyterian Church. And other works on the program will be by Chuck Holdeman and Lowell Liebermann, both of whom we commissioned those works. And we are pairing each one of the works with music by composers or styles that inspired each of the works. So we hope you'll join us Saturday, October 15th at 7:30 p.m. First and Central Church on Rodney Square in Wilmington, Delaware, and we'll all be there.
Yes, we will.
We will, yeah. And so will you.